By day, Ivan was the strongest man in the village. By night, he wept into his pillow so no one would hear. Ivan was 23. Broad shoulders, calloused hands, a face that never showed weakness. In the fields of Meridale, he worked harder than any man alive. But his mind never rested. A cloudy sky meant disaster. A missed greeting meant betrayal. A neighbor's good harvest meant his own failure. His body worked the soil. His thoughts lived somewhere between yesterday and tomorrow. His mother watched him eat dinner in silence most nights. One evening, she set down her spoon. "Ivan, when did you last taste your food?" He blinked. "I eat every day, Mother." She shook her head slowly. "You swallow. You don't taste." He had no answer. Deep down, he knew she was right. The village prepared for the harvest festival that week. Lanterns were strung. Bread was baked. Children laughed in the streets. Ivan smiled for no one. He spent the whole day rehearsing disasters that hadn't happened yet. But that night, something would happen that Ivan never expected. Something that would break him open completely. That night, while the village danced under oil lamps, Ivan slipped away. He walked until the music faded into silence. The road narrowed. The dark thickened. He didn't know why his feet kept moving, only that staying felt unbearable. He reached the edge of the fields, where an old woman knelt alone in torn, dark soil. Her name was Old Mira. Years ago, a flood had swallowed her house, her husband, her entire garden. The village still spoke of it in hushed voices. Ivan had heard she never smiled again. But here she was, kneeling in dirt that still bore the flood's scars, humming softly to herself. Ivan stopped walking. His chest tightened. "You lost everything here," he said. Mira didn't look up. "I did. Then why are you smiling?" She finally turned to him, her eyes calm, unbothered by his question. "Sit down, boy. You look like a man carrying 10 men's weight." He sat. His hands trembled slightly in his lap. He didn't know why he trusted a stranger with this, but the words came anyway. "I have everything I need. A strong body, a good name. And still, I can't sleep. I can't rest. I keep waiting for it all to fall apart." Mira studied him a long moment. Then she said something that hit him like a stone to the chest. "You think peace comes after control," Mira said. "I thought the same. I built that garden with my own hands for 11 years. Then, one night, the river took it in an hour." Her voice didn't break. "I screamed for 3 days. I searched the mud for anything left. I found nothing." Ivan's throat tightened. "How are you not still screaming?" Mira picked up a small seed from a cloth pouch beside her. She pressed it gently into the wet soil, the same soil that had once buried her whole life. She didn't look back at what was gone. She simply smiled and pressed the earth flat over it with her palm. "I stopped asking the river to give it back," she said. "I started asking myself what I could still plant." She looked at Ivan directly. "You are not tired from working, boy. You are tired from arguing with things that already happened, and things that haven't happened yet." Ivan stared at the small mound of dirt over the seed. Something in his chest, something he'd carried since he was a child, quietly loosened. He didn't speak. He didn't need to. He walked home slowly that night, the festival lanterns glowing ahead of him. He didn't rush. He didn't rehearse tomorrow's worries. For the first time in years, he simply watched his own feet moving over the dirt road. The next morning, his mother found him already at the table, eating slowly, actually tasting his food. She said nothing. She only smiled. Weeks later, when a storm damaged half his crops, Ivan stood at the edge of his field. His jaw was tight. His hands were still. He didn't scream at the sky. He simply knelt down and began clearing the ruined stalks with steady hands. He wasn't fighting the storm anymore. He was just working, one row at a time. Friends, how many nights have you spent arguing with things you cannot change? How many mornings have you postponed peace, waiting for life to finally be perfect first? Peace was never hiding from you. It was only waiting for you to stop chasing everything else. Some things are meant to stay. Some things are meant to leave. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is just let it be. If this story gave you even a little peace, tell me below in comments what you need to let go of today. Share this with someone who's been carrying too much in silence. And if you're new here, subscribe to the Wisdom Story. We bring wisdom through every story, every single week.